Human beings are capable of incredible things. We've managed to put men in space and have them walk on the moon. We have harnessed the power of electricity and even made objects fly. But why is it that certain men are just born to lift weights? Today, we're going to look at some of the best to ever do it, starting with Mr. Brian Shaw, here in his first ever World's Strongest Man final, 2009 in Malta. Now, this event is one that Brian had been saying in the build-up is going to be his event. As you can see, he is a giant of a man, standing at 6'8", and he is built for this event. Colin Bryce even says he has hands like a bunch of bananas. Now, he managed to finish this boat pull in around 32 seconds, which was about 7 seconds faster than second place. And like I said, this was in his first ever World's Strongest Man final, before he had done all of the things that we know Brian Shaw went on to do. So to state your claim like this is simply incredible, and it really did show the talent that he had and what was to come in the years following. Next up then, we're going all the way back to 2003 at the Hawaiian Grand Prix. And here we have Marius Pudzianowski in his earlier years, you could say, doing the Conan's Wheel, which was 320 kilos in hand. Now, Marius was always known for his endurance and his ability in moving events, but here he did 720 degrees, that's 2 full rotations, and barely looked out of breath. Second place was 625, and nobody was going to be able to catch Marius on that day. He was just in a league of his own. Okay, the first of 3 training clips that we have in here today. Now, I know they're not in competition, so you can say what you like about them, but this is Mr. Lucas Hatton squatting 600 pounds for 20 reps. It is an insane feat of strength, no matter how you look at it, whether it's in training or not. It doesn't really make much of a difference, because 600 pounds for 20 reps may just be the greatest set of squats that has ever been done by a human being. This rivals Tom Platt's, in my opinion. I think it is easily the most incredible feat of squatting strength that I or anybody have ever seen. Sticking with the theme of training clips then, we're moving on to Trey Mitchell, who, this was only very recent, strict pressed 410 pounds, which is 190 kilos for 2 reps, and they really are as strict can be. Okay, now we go all the way back to 2008 at the very first Fortissimus, which was won by Derek Poundstone, who you see on screen here, and that is Zydrunas Savickas next to him. Now, this event is a farmer's walk. You have 25 meters holding 147 kilos in each hand, and then 25 meters holding 159 in each hand. Derek completed this run in a time of 34 seconds, and only 3 people, including Zydrunas, managed to complete this at all, and he was 16 seconds faster in second place. And how could we have a list without Hathor Julius Bjornsson? Deadlifting 510 kilos to break his own world record, which he had only put up to 505 about 6 weeks prior. Now, we all know Hathor is set to go and break the world record again this year, 2026. But one of the craziest things about this lift was just how easy he made it look. Everybody agreed that he had more in the tank, and then he continued to do the full competition and win the full competition. Okay, I didn't put his deadlift in because the record has been broken, and although this record has also been broken, just the way that he treats the weight in this lift is absolutely ridiculous. This is 216 kilograms. This is heavier than a lot of people will ever deadlift He gets it to his chest and just strict presses it over his head like nothing. Alright, then our final training clip, and it's Lucas Hatton again. It's not to say that he's never done anything in a competition that is worthy of this list. It's just that some of his training is absolutely ridiculous. We have 420 pounds for 8 repetitions on a push press. And similar to his squats, I don't know if there's ever been a better set of push press in the entire time. Okay, we are back to 2006 World's Strongest Man final. We have Mr. Phil Pfister from the USA. Now, everybody who's watching this video probably knows that Phil went on to win the 2006 World's Strongest Man final. And this was really where it all started from. He did 2 stones in quite a slow time because everybody else had only managed to do 2 stones. Nobody had managed to complete the 3rd, so he took a calculated risk, a gamble you could call it, and bet on himself to have the ability to lift at least 3 of the stones. Now, to have that confidence in a World's Strongest Man final when you're not known as the best presser is another level of self-belief, and Phil didn't need to go and lift this 4th stone, but Phil Pfister won World's Strongest Man for a reason. He is a champion for a reason. He wanted to set down a marker, and that is exactly what he did. Nobody else in the field managed more than 2 stones, and here we have Phil Pfister managing to do all 4 in the time limit.
Well, he has made a statement.
Okay, 2022, Mitchell Hooper, quite a recent one. Now, Mitch has done a lot of crazy things already in the sport of strongman, but for me, this is up there with one of the best we've ever seen. If anything, it's one of the best individual performances on an event I've ever seen, ever, in the sport of strongman. He did a 1,000 pound yoke in under 10 seconds, and then a 360 pound log in 20-ish seconds. He finished the event around 32 seconds, and he was, as you can see on the screen, 14 seconds quicker than second place and 8 seconds quicker than Marius Pudzianowski had managed to do it the year before, which was a time nobody thought could be beaten. And last but not least, we couldn't leave out the GOAT himself, the greatest of all time, not just at this event, the log press, but in strongman in general. We have Zydrunas Savickas, Big Z, lifting the 205 kilogram, over 440 pounds, Austrian oak for 4 repetitions. The closest person to him only managed to get 1 repetition. This is a record that I don't think we'll ever see broken, as nowadays the Austrian oak is only 195. But this was insane. Guys, if you enjoyed these clips, if you liked the video, make sure to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.